Here they are for race 1. Number 1 is WYNOT Ashley, owned by the Wyandot Golf Course. Dave Hawk, the driver. 2 is I'm Your Message, owned by Dusty Rosa Farm with Jeff NISONGER. 3 is Autumn Message, racing for Dennis Reed and Dean Collins. 4 RATAJACKIE, owned by Jerome Rini with Sandy Beatty. 5 is Whoopsie Daisy, owned by Wooten and Sanders. Chip Noble drives. 6, Sturdy Susan, owned by Burks and Bachman, Dan Burks. 7 is Miss Leanne, owned by Joan Mace with Ken Huffer. The 8 is Bexley, owned by the partnership of Smith, Kesey, and Cunningham, Bob Harper. 9, LT's Rising Star, owned by Terry Van Roden, Ty Van Roden up. And the 10 is Madam Super Bowl, races for the partnership of Miller and Miller, and Dave Rankin is in the bike. 6 minutes. Trotters are approaching the start for tonight's first. Pair of breakers, the 7 Miss Leanne and the 9 LT's Rising Star. The rest of them are away and trotting. Whoopsie Daisy from the center of the track is headed out for command. She'll be joined by Sturdy Susan from the outside and WYNOT Ashley at the rail. It's a gap of 2. Madam Super Bowl comes away well in 4th position. Next in line, I'm Your Message is backing off in 5th. Then it's Autumn Message, RATAJACKIE, Bexley. Then about 10 lengths back to Miss Leanne, who is about 15 lengths clear of LT's Rising Star as they trot the head stretch. It's Whoopsie Daisy hanging out Sturdy Susan. WYNOT Ashley watches over them from 3rd. Opening quarter, 28 and 2, trotting past the stands for the first time. And Sturdy Susan still trying to clear off from Whoopsie Daisy, and she's going to do it now as they approach the wire for the first time. WYNOT Ashley sits in 3rd, 2 in front of Madam Super Bowl, who peeks to the outside 4th. Another 2 more to I'm Your Message. She's just off the early tempo racing in 5th. Then it's 3 farther back to the second flight, made up of Autumn Message, RATAJACKIE to the inside of Bexley. 2 more to Miss Leanne, who has caught the field 9th, and the distant trailer 10th is LT's Rising Star. 58 and 4 for halftime. Rounding the turn into the backstretch, it's 6-1 shot. Sturdy Susan now pressed from the outside by Madam Super Bowl, followed by Whoopsie Daisy back to 3rd. I'm Your Message well underway, coming into contention 4th, now 3rd. Following that one is Autumn Message, and then it's WYNOT Ashley shuffled back. Bexley, RATAJACKIE, Miss Leanne. Distant trailer remains LT's Rising Star. They're at the 3/4, and Sturdy Susan gives up the lead to Madam Super Bowl, is now joined on the outside by I'm Your Message. 1:28 and 3 for 3/4. Bound for the head of the stretch. Madam Super Bowl just a nose in front. I'm Your Message chipping away at her lead, a gap of 2. Sturdy Susan 3rd, Autumn Message 4th. Then it's Whoopsie Daisy and WYNOT Ashley, and they're in the stretch. Madam Super Bowl, I'm Your Message looks to have the better of her now. Sturdy Susan trying to re-rally in 3rd, gap of 3 to Whoopsie Daisy and RATAJACKIE, but in the final yards, it's I'm Your Message edging away. Madam Super Bowl and Sturdy Susan 3rd. I'm Your Message, first score of the season, covering the mile in 1:59 and 1, by far a lifetime best. She's a 4-year-old daughter of Carry the Message out of It's Never Easy by Speed and Action, owned by the Dusty Rosa Farm, trained by Charles Ringer, and driven to victory by Jeff NISONGER. 2:10 exact at 28:20, try 2:10.6, 1:13.40. Here they are for the second race. The 1 is Shad Valley, owned by Darrell Lambert. Bill Long Jr. is up. 2 is Alert Ken, owned by George Smith. The driver, Jim Daly. 3 is Cheap Trick, owned and driven by Michael Lowe. 4 is Black Cam, owned and driven by Robert Chafin. 5, Samurai. Races for Collins, Marmick Inc., Almond and Collins, Dean Collins. 6, First Time Adam, owned by Harvey Toops. The driver, Jeff Fout. 7 is Tina's Tinsel Star, owned by Harper and Briggs, Bob Harper up. 8 is Am Wishing on a Star, owned by Neil Seymour with Joe Adamski. The 9 is Dollar Bill, owned by Herb Thompson with Kyle Lader. And the 10 is Twin B Rocket, owned by Briley, Green, Parker and Green, Jeff NISONGER. 7 minutes. Second race field is in the backstretch, making a break, the $9 Bill. And they're off. Also going off stride, the 2, Alert Ken. Shad Valley was very reluctant to begin, and Twinbee Rocket was following that one. Black Cam goes out for the lead in tandem with First Time Adam. Gap of 2 to the pair of Cheap Trick and Tina's Tinsel Star, who looks to back down into a hole. Then it's 2 more to Samurai, who comes away in 5th, and Wishing on a Star is 6th. Then it's Shad Valley just in front of Twinbee Rocket. Another 5 farther back to Dollar Bill. And the distant trailer after the miscue is Alert Ken. They're by the opening quarter in 28-2 and passing the stands for the first time, being led by Jeff Bout and First Time Adam. They're your leader by a length. Here's Cheap Trip up alongside to challenge. Black Cam in the pocket 3rd. Samurai out early following cover in 4th. Tina's Tinsel Star is 5th by 2.5. And Wishing on a Star looks to come to the outside in 6th. Then it's Shad Valley. Twinbee Rocket moves off the cones. 2 back to Dollar Bill. And about 20 lengths back to Alert Ken. Over to halftime, Cheap Trick from the outside is trying to wear down First Time Adam, who has not given up the rail yet. Half in 58-2. Off the turn and down the backstretch. It's Cheap Trick by a length, trying to gradually edge clear from First Time Adam. Samurai is 2 off the leader, racing on the outside 3rd. Along the rail, Black Cam is hemmed in 4th. 3rd over, but only 2 off the paces. Tina's Tinsel Star in 5th, as Cheap Trick is still not cleared. Then it's Wishing on a Star, who's 4 in front of Twinbee Rocket, who's going to have to do better than that. Shad Valley and Dollar Bill, they're at the 3/4, and Cheap Trick finally makes the front. 128-2. Around the far turn, Cheap Trick by a length. Samurai takes aim. 3 wide, Tina's Tinsel Star. Black Cam needs racing room. Extreme outside and Wishing on a Star. First Time Adam has dropped out of it, and they're in the stretch. And it's Cheap Trick under a drive, leading it by a length. Tina's Tinsel Star bearing down, and Wishing on a Star late pace, followed by Black Cam. Samurai has dropped out of it. Inside, deep stretch, Tina's Tinsel Star, and Wishing on a Star closing. It's Tina's Tinsel Star, and Wishing on a Star. Black Cam up 3rd. $159-4. The sophomore son of Tinselator out of Reba Winterwood by fame, owned by the partnership of Harper and Briggs of Ohio. Art Jones trains. Bob Harper is the winning driver of Tina's Tinsel Star. Race 1 is Silver Rush, owned by Long and Long. Chip Noble is up. The 2 is Sand Cruisin' Jack, owned by Sebenola, Gilbert and Shoup, Todd Jones. 3 is Falcon's Design, Gwen Thompson the owner, Jeff Out the driver. 4 is Big Guy, Little Guy, owned by Andrew Malone, Dave Hawk. 5, Precious Star, owned by Freund and Zoll, Jeff Nisonger. The 6, Big Cajonas, owned by Ackley and Forstner, Greg Grismore is up. 7 is Sulky's Trick, Robert Palmer owns, Jim Daly drives. Count Chocula is the 8, owned by Wingfield, and Wingfield, Bob Harper. 9, Little Moon Doggy, owned by Nancy Buckley with Kane Kaufman. And off the second tier, the 10, Pitter-Patter-Get-Atter, owned by John Schultz with Ron Steck. Post time for the 3rd race is in 6 minutes. They're lined up in the backstretch and approaching the start. And they're off and pacing. Center field levers, Big Guy, Little Guy, Precious Star, 3 wide, Big Cajonas. Then it's a gap of 3. Silver Rush comes away in 4th. Count Chocula looks to tuck in 5th, 2 in front of Sand Cruisin' Jack. Then it's Pitter-Patter-Get-Atter, followed by Falcon's Design. Sulky's Trick, and Little Moon Doggy is last. Moving around to head stretch, Making the pace early, it's Dave Hawk with Big Guy, Little Guy. But Precious Star and Nisonger didn't want to take the tuck. They looked to drive on. Opening quarter fast for these, 27-2. Passing the stands for the first time. And with that first panel, Precious Star did drop back into the pocket, and Big Guy, Little Guy maintains the lead. Big Cajon is third, gap of 2, Silver Rush is fourth. Next in line, we have Count Chocula. Sand Cruisin' Jack is first over, and flushed out the 1 Silver Rush, though they were in tight quarters there. Big Cajonas also came out as they round the turn on their way to halftime. Leading the way, it's Big Guy, Little Guy by a length. Big Cajon is first over to challenge with Precious Star in the pocket. The half in 57-3. Second over and 2 off the lead. Silver Rush is racing in fourth. Along the rail, Count Chocula with clearance in fifth. Sand Cruisin' Jack is struggling a bit on the outside, is racing in sixth position but gapping cover. And then we have the pair of SULKY'S Trick, Pitter-Patter-Get-At-Her, gap of 5 back to Little Moon Doggy, and the distant trailer after a break was the 3 Falcon's Design. They're at the 3/4. Big Cajonas, Silver Rush on the outside takes a narrow lead in 1:26. Moving around to head stretch, Silver Rush is gradually edging away from Big Cajonas. Precious Star switches back to the outside. Sand Cruisin' Jack is still 5 off the lead and 3 clear of Pitter-Patter-Get-At-Her. They're in the stretch. It's Silver Rush leading it by 4 lengths now. Big Cajon is a distant second. Precious Star is not doing enough. Some late pace from Sand Cruisin' Jack, but they're not going to get close to Silver Rush and Chip Noble. They score by 5. Tight for second, might have been the 2 Sand Cruisin' Jack over Big Cajonas. Precious Star was fourth. Silver Rush victorious at his first parimutuel start, 155-2. The 1-2 exacta returns 81.60. The Super 1-2-6-5, 1,002.10.40. Silver Rush is a sophomore gelded son of Towner's Big Guy, out of Silvery Touch by Log, owned by Al Long and Neil Long. Al Long, the trainer, Chip Noble in the bike. Again, 155-2. Here they are for race 4. 1 is Good Luck Chip, owned by Standardbred Nursery Inc. Terry Morgan drives. The 2 is Evil Jenna, owned by Mike Havens and Ron Bates. Chip Noble. 3 is KF Caitlin, owned by Hank Kaufman with Jamie Dunlap. 4 is Lady Loves Diamonds, owned by the My Maid stable with Steve Waller. 5, Follow the Magic, owned by Davis and Sugg, Kurt Sugg. 6, Loco Lover, owned by James Kohler, Dave Hawkup. 7, Up Front Claire's, owned by Ed Mullinax with Kelly O'Donnell. And the 8 is Felicity, owned by Joe Sabraco and Don Latour with Greg Grismore. 6 minutes until race 4. Fourth race field is in the backstretch, and there they go. 2-year-old fillies let go for a mile. Lady Loves Diamonds gets the first call, showing speed. Evil Jenna. Felicity looks to be well positioned, driving up from the far outside. Gap of 2 to KF Catlin, who comes away in fourth. Another length and a half more to Good Luck Chip. And then it's Follow the Magic. Loco Lover drops in second last. The gapped out trailer is Up Front Claire. Moving around to head stretch, Felicity and Greg Grismore drive on to clear the top from Lady Loves Diamonds. Gap of 2 to Evil Jenna and KF Caitlin. The opening quarter, 27-3. Passing the stands for the first time, it's Felicity making the pace. Felicity is your leader by 2 lengths. Closely tracked by Lady Loves Diamonds in second. Gap out 2.5. Evil Jenna is third. KF Caitlin is fourth. Follow the Magic, a little tight in there, racing in fifth. And then we come to Loco Lover, Up Front Claire, and Good Luck Chip made a break and is now about 10 lengths gapped from the field. Around the turn on their way to halftime, it's Felicity leading the way. Felicity from Lady Loves Diamonds, Evil Jenna, KF Caitlin. 59-2 for the half. 31-4 in the second quarter. Very relaxed in the front end is Felicity. Felicity and Greg Grismore lead it by 2. Lady Loves Diamonds continues to chase her from second. First over, Follow the Magic on the outside third. Loco Lover moves with the cover in fourth. Evil Jenna shuffle back fifth. Then it's Up Front Claire, KF Caitlin, and Good Luck Chip. They're approaching the 3/4. Felicity has a challenge in the way of Follow the Magic. Lady Loves Diamond sits the pocket, and Loco Lover is poised to go 3 wide, 1:29.1. They're bound for the head of the stretch. Felicity leads it, but it's just a half length. Follow the Magic is bearing down, and Loco Lover has a ton of pace on the extreme outside. Off the turn in the stretch. Loco Lover takes over the lead. Felicity is dropping back. Follow the Magic. No racing room. Lady Loves Diamonds. Late pace up front, Claire, but Loco Lover is drawing away. Loco Lover up front, Claire up second, and Lady Loves Diamonds was third. Loco Lover, victorious in her first lifetime start, is a 2-year-old bay filly by Loco Hanover out of Retrieve Almahurst by Log, owned by James Kohler of Findlay, Ohio. Brian Brown, the winning trainer. Dave Hawk, the winning driver, 158.1. 6-7 exacta comes back 233.40. The try 6-7-4, 1,003.83.20. Here they are for the 5th race. 1 is BELICIA, owned by Bob Colley with Jeff Nisonger up. 2 is My Lady Lancer, owned by William Klein III, Dean Collins. 3 is RV's Jewels, races for Delaware JVS with Todd Jones. 4 is Kimbo Crombie, owned by Jack Franklin and Evelyn Schooler, Jack Franklin up. 5, Rivulet Hanover, owned by William Monnier with Kane Kaufman. 6, She's a Sodbuster, owned by Sonny Levesque with Dave Hawk. 7 is Charmada, owned by Jeff Aman, Bob Harper. 8 is Cochino, owned by Horn and Brown, Jack Dailey. 9, Leonard Buckner's Pansy Little Girl and Jeff Fout. 10, Tickle Me Wick, owned by Stephen Watkins with Greg Grismore. 6 minutes until race 5. In the backstretch, and there they go. And they're off, going off stride. The 9, Pansy Little Girl. It's Rivulet Hanover heading out to take command. My Lady Lancer's up close with Madame Belicia prominent towards the rail. Gap of 3. RV's Jewels comes away in 4th. Next in line we have Tickle Me Wick, followed by Kimbo Crombie. And then She's a Sodbuster tucking in 3rd last. Charmada, Cochina, and actually the distant trailer on a dead run is the 9, Pansy Little Girl. Rolling dead stretch. It's Rivulet Hanover and Kane Kaufman making the pace in 28 and 2. Coming past the stands for the first time. Rivulet Hanover a length and a quarter. My Lady Lancer drafting along in 2nd, followed by Madame Belicia 3rd. Gap out to RV's Jewels is racing in the big gap in 4th. Coming to the outside 5th, Tickle Me Wick, and Madame Belicia will give cover to that one. And then we have the pair of Kimbo Crombie to the inside of She's a Sodbuster. Next is Charmada, followed by Cochina, and the distant trailer, though she's now back pacing, Pansy Little Girl. They're at the half in 58 and 3, rounding the turn into the backstretch. Madame Belicia is trying to clear off from the pace setter, Rivulet Hanover. My Lady Lancer is just in behind. 2.5 back, Tickle Me Wick has made headway in a 4th. RV's Jewels is gapped along the rail in 5th. Flowing with cover, She's a Sodbuster is 6th. And then we come to Kimbo Crombie, Charmada alongside, Cochina far back, Pansy Little Girl. At the 3/4, and Madame Belicia scoots away to a 3-length lead. Rivulet Hanover, the inside of Tickle Me Wick, a joint 2nd and 3rd, 1:27 and 1. Moving around to head stretch, and Madame Belicia is coming back to the field. Tickle Me Wick is closing in. Rivulet Hanover looks for the passing lane, followed by My Lady Lancer, who's angled off the rail. She's a Sodbuster is 5th, and they turn for home now. And it's Madame Belicia, narrow lead. Tickle Me Wick on the outside rolls on by. Late pace Rivulet Hanover. RV's Jewel shakes loose. Far outside Kimbo Crombie. Tickle Me Wick is drawing away. Rivulet Hanover up 2nd. It was a 3-way photo for 3rd. RV's Jewels, Madame Belicia, or Kimbo Crombie. 7 and 2. First victory on the season for the 9-year-old bay mare by chairman of the board out of Rib Tickler by Chris Time. Owned by Stephen Watkins, trained by Dan McCulloch, and the winning driver is Greg Grismore. 10-5 exacta returns $80.40. Try 10-5 for $934.20. One is Serious, owned by Powell and Clark. Chip Noble drives. 2 is Nukes Rosie, owned by Connie Messler and Jim Daly. Jim Daly is up. 3 is Sugar Valley Magic, owned by Robert and Mary Dye. Jack Daly. 4 is out. 5 is Jates Solari, owned by Alan Adams. She's driven by Kyle Later. 6, Playa del Carmen, owned by the Hatfield Stables with Bud Hatfield. 7 is Star in the Rough, owned by Leonard Buckner with Jeff Fount. 8 is Canyon Cutie, owned by Virgil Hall, the driver Dave Hawk. And the 9 is Trick Shot Artist, owned by Wyandot Golf Course. And PA Kenney, Ty Van Roden. 6 minutes. There they go. And they're off. Jate Solari displaying her typical early speed. Playa del Carmen from alongside. Nukes Rosie is in the early mix along the rail. Gap of 2.5. Sugar Valley Magic comes away in 4th. Canyon Cutie looks to drop down into the 5th spot. And then it's 2 more. Star in the Rough, Serious, and Trick Shot Artist. Moving around to head stretch. Playa del Carmen intent on gaining the lead from Jate Solari. Nukes Rosie is 3rd. 3 back Sugar Valley Magic, Canyon Cutie, Star in the Rough, Serious, and Trick Shot Artist. They open up in a quick 27-2. Coming past the stands for the first time. Jate Solari back out of the pocket looking to retake the lead from Playa del Carmen. Nukes Rosie closes up that gap in 3rd. Then it's a gap of 4 lengths farther back to Sugar Valley Magic in 4th position. Canyon Cutie is 5th. Star in the Rough is 6th, Serious is 7th, and Trick Shot Artist is 8th. Rounding the turn on their way to halftime, leading the way, it's Jate Solari. Jate Solari is back on top. Playa del Carmen, Nukes Rosie, followed next by Sugar Valley Magic. First to pull is Canyon Cutie, and she's rapidly gaining ground as the backfield is in motion, 57-1. Racing down the backstretch, Jate Solari a half length. Canyon Cutie up on the outside, the major danger in 2nd. Star in the Rough comes into the picture on the outside 3rd. Playa del Carmen locked and shuffled 4th. Serious moves with cover the outside 5th. Nukes Rosie is shuffled 6th. 2 more to Sugar Valley Magic, who's going to have to do better, in 3 back to Trick Shot Artist. 3/4 in 1, 27 flat. Moving around the far turn, Canyon Cutie powers in the lead and opens up by 3.5 lengths. Jate Solari, Star in the Rough, good pace on the far outside from Serious, followed by Playa del Carmen and Nukes Rosie. They're in the stretch. And it's Canyon Cutie leading it by 5. Serious is closing in 2nd, followed by Jate Solari, Nukes Rosie, Playa del Carmen. Canyon Cutie shortening up, but is well clear. She wins at 2.5. Serious up 2nd, Jate Solari 3rd. That's a double tonight for Dave Hawk. He scores with Canyon Cutie. 3-year-old Bay Filly by Arizona Jack. Out of Patty's Alba by Albatross. Owned by Virgil Hall. Trained by Frank Johnson. 157. First win this season and a lifetime best for the 3-year-old filly Canyon Cutie. Here's your rundown for tonight's 6th race. Here they are for the 7th race. 1 is He's a Laser, owned by Glass Langfelder and Glass Equine, Dave Hawk the driver. 2 is American Winter, owned by Joseph Mascaro with Brian Sears. 3 is Strike and Bug, owned by Ruth Carroll. Kyle Ader is up. 4 is American High Noon, owned by Bob Key with Dan Ader. 5, T. Cody, owned by the T. Cody Trust, Jim Shelton. And the 6 is Dr. Bauer, by Gary Reynolds with Dan Reynolds. 7 minutes. The gate is rolling. Trotters are all lined up for the Monday night feature, and there they go. And they're off to an even beginning. Striking Bug is urged off the gate, pressed early from the inside by He's a Laser, length and a half back to American High Noon, who settles away in third position. Next we have American Winter, T. Cody, and Dr. Bauer. Moving around to head stretch. He's a Laser and Hawk drive through to grab command as Striking Bug backs off now. It's a gap of 2 to American High Noon in third, then 2 more to American Winter, T. Cody, and Dr. Bauer. All seats are taken, 27-2 for the opening quarter. Trotting past the stands for the first time. Second choice, He's a Laser, leads it by a length and a half. Tracked by Striking Bug in second, American High Noon third. American Winter remains at the inside in fourth position. And then we have T. Cody and Dr. Bauer. They remain single file as they round the turn on their way to halftime, with He's a Laser calling the shots. He's a Laser from Striking Bug in second. American High Noon third. American Winter is fourth. T. Cody is fifth. Dr. Bauer is sixth. And the half goes in 58-4. Racing down the backstretch. He's a Laser trying to take them all the way. Here comes American High Noon first over in second. Striking Bug is third. American Winter gets the cover he's been looking for. He comes into the action, 2 off the lead in fourth. T. Cody third back at the rail in fifth. And Dr. Bauer is chased along on the outside in sixth. 5 lengths cover the field as they hit the 3/4. He's a Laser leads it. Did not get a serious challenge from American High Noon, who's dropping back on the outside. Striking Bug is nearest the rail, 127-1. Moving around ahead stretch. He's a Laser leads it. Striking Bug pops out of the pocket second. 2 back, T. Cody makes headway in a third. And late trot on the far outside from American Winter. They're in the stretch. He's a Laser with a host of pursuers. Striking Bug, T. Cody, American Winter the outside. He's a Laser. Striking Bug gets up. Then it was tight for second. He's a Laser. American Winter went on a run. Not sure if that was at the line or past it. Talk about doing everything you're asked. Striking Bug is now 5 for 5 on the local scene, rising up out of non-winners of 2 to get up and score. In the preferred trot, 156-1, by far a lifetime best, and the 6th win on the season for this 5-year-old chestnut son of Striking Sabra out of K. Buggy by Shimitar. Owned by Ruth Carroll, trained by Dan Ader, and driven to victory by Kyle Ader. Owned by winners Stanley and Stanley. Kane Kaufman drives. 2 is Highview Nero, owned by Joseph Mascaro with Brian Sears. 3 is JL's Pokey, owned by Mel Ravello and BAM Racing Stables. Kyle Ader is up. 4 is Sociable Sam, owned by Westgate Motors with Chip Noble. 5, Beatty Towner, owned by Beverly Bushelman with Greg Grismore. 6, Sunday Stroll, owned by Donald and Sharon Barlow. Jeff out. 7 is JJ Dragon, owned by Marcia Massey. The driver is Ron Steck. 8 is Good Goin' Cam, owned by Dale Horney with Jeff Smith. And the 9 is Mystical Spur, owned by Gregory Ayers with Jack Daly. Post time, 6 minutes. They're in the backstretch. 9, Mystical Spur is off stride. They're off. Highview Nero is pointed for the lead. There's Beatty Towner leading well from the center as JL's Pokey takes back from between horses. Mingo Road along the rail, gap of 2, Sociable Sam. Ducking down to the inside, Sunday Stroll, JJ Dragon, Good Goin' Cam. Far back but back pacing, Mystical Spur. Moving around to head stretch, it's the Meadows Invader, Highview Nero, and Brian Sears leading it just over a length. Beatty Towner is angled down to the rail in second. The opening quarter, 27-4. Gap of 2 farther back to Mingo Road in third. JL's Pokey is fourth. Sociable Sam is fifth, and is 3 in front of the Outsiders Sunday Stroll, JJ Dragon, Good Goin' Cam, and Mystical Spurs just about caught the field. They're fairly well spread out, about 20 lengths cover front to back as they round the turn on their way to halftime, with your favorite Highview Nero leading the way. Highview Nero by 2. Beatty Towner in the pocket, Mingo Road third. There goes Kyle Later and JL's Pokey. First to pull on the outside, fourth. Sociable Sam switches to the outside to move with cover in fifth, followed by JJ Dragon, Good Goin' Cam. A faltering Sunday Stroll is dropped back to second last as Mystical Spur moves up alongside. 57-3 for the half, midway through the backstretch. And it's JL's Pokey to the flank of Highview Nero. They're stride for stride. Just in behind, Beatty Towner is third. Sociable Sam continues to improve in fourth. Then 3 back to Mingo Road, JJ Dragon and Good Goin' Cam. 26-3. Moving around to the head of the stretch. JL's Pokey looks to have the better of Highview Nero, but is not cleared off. Sociable Sam second over on the outside. Beatty Towner looks to dip down to the passing lane. They're driving through the stretch. Highview Nero all out to hold the lead. JL's Pokey looks to have collared him. Here comes Beatty Towner and Sociable Sam pacing up a storm on the outside. Also Mingo Road closing in. Sociable Sam, Beatty Towner, those two hit the wire together. Then it was tight for third between JL's Pokey and Mingo Road. In the winner's circle, Beatty Towner, second win of the season, 6-year-old Bay Stallion by Towner's Big Guy. Out of J.D. Shoemaker by No Nukes, owned by Beverly Bushelman, trained by Darrell Collins. That's a driving double for Greg Grismore. 156-3 is a lifetime best for Beatty Towner. 5-4 exacta returns $61.60. Here they are for the ninth race. One is Sharp Dressed Sam, owned by Reed Racing with Dean Collins. The 2 is Mr. Gladstone. Howard Jackson owns. Jack Daly drives. 3 is Mr. Taxman, owned by Robert Rhodes with Jeff Nisonger. 4 is Carolina Cambest, owned by John Williams, the driver Dave Hawk. 5, Yankee Lahar is owned by Philip New with Jim Daly. 6, The Frenchman is owned by Frenchie Fuller with Bob Arnett. 7 is Hathaway Rider, owned by Timothy Finley with Greg Grismore. 8 is R.K. Scootin' Beamer by Karen and Richard Graham. Don Feaster is up. The 9 is Shady Rival, owned by Russ and Sherry Angelbeck. Adam Rucker drives. The 10 horse is Adam Quaiton by Noah Stover and Roy Justice. Tony Rose. 6 minutes. They're lined up and set to go. Ninth race field, away and pacing. Yankee Lahar is headed out for command. Carolina Cambest up close from between horses, well placed from the rail. Mr. Gladstone comes away in third. Gap of 4. Sharp Dressed Sam to the inside of Shady Rival, fourth and fifth. Mr. Taxman is sixth. Then 2 more to Adam Quaiton, followed by the Frenchman. And then it's Hathaway Rider, and R.K. Scootin' Beamer is last as they move to head stretch. And Yankee Lahar, hard used through the opening quarter, clears off now in a quick 27-3. But here is Carolina Cambest and Dave Hawk looking to retake as they approach the wire for the first time. Mr. Gladstone, a ground-saving third. Shady Rival aggressively moves up on the outside from fourth, now into third. Sharp Dressed Sam is fourth back at the rail, racing in fifth. Mr. Gladstone underway to his outside. Then 2 back to Adam Quaiton. The Frenchman is moving with the cover. Down along the rail is Hathaway Rider. In the trailer on the outside, R.K. Scootin' Beamer. But it's Carolina Cambest back on top in 57-1. Racing down the backstretch, Carolina Cambest leads 3/4 of a length. Shady Rival pressing from the outside second. Yankee Lahar just in behind is third. Second over in the snug cover flow. Mr. Gladstone is 2.5 off the lead, racing in fourth. Sharp Dressed Sam is buried at the rail in fifth. Third over, Mr. Taxman, sixth. The Frenchman is fourth over in seventh. Adam Quaiton is losing ground in eighth. And then it's R.K. Scooten-Beamer and Hathaway Ryder is last in 1:26.2. Moving around to head stretch. Carolina Cam Best fending off a challenge from Shady Rival to his outside. Just in behind is Yankee Lahar. Mr. Gladstone tries to come out 3 wide, but that'll force the Frenchman out 4 wide. They're in the stretch. Shady Rival powers into the lead. Late pace Yankee Lahar, followed by Mr. Gladstone. Way out wide, Hathaway Ryder shakes loose, but it's Shady Rival going on to upset. Then it was tied for second, either Yankee Lahar or Hathaway Ryder. (9.5 exact, a 1:08.40. Try 9.57, 2007, 98.20. Parked much of the way and drawing away. Shady Rival, 1:57.1. Third victory on the season for the 8-year-old bay gelding by FALCON'S out of Safety Bell T by Safe Arrival. Owned by Russ and Sherry Angelbeck of Dublin. Russ Angelbeck, the winning trainer. Adam Rucker, the winning driver. The race one is Joe Mars Griftar, owned by Charles Johnson with Dave Hawk. The 2 is Let's Do It Now. Clarence DeLong, the owner. Jeff Nisonger up. 3 Holding It Together, owned by Richard Bunting with Greg Grismore. 4 is The A-Train, owned by Larry Morgan with Tony Hall. 5 Mac Perfect, owned by Locke and Helmink, Kane Kaufman. 6 Louis D, owned by Gwynnie Lou Stables with Chip Noble. 7 is Nukes Express, owned by Tim Carsey, the driver Kyle Lader. 8 is Record Season, owned by Paul Simpson, Jimmy Wisman. 9 is Santa's Listening, owned by Glenn and Preston Addy with Jeff Fout. And scoring off the second tier, the 10-horse Kim Can is owned by Jim Pollock Jr. and driven by Jim Daly. 7 minutes. There they go. And they're off. It's the A-Train from between horses going right on for the lead. Just in behind, Joe Mars Griftar, Louis D, 3 wide Record Season. Kim Can comes away in 5th as Let's Do It Now backs down into a hole 6th. Another 2 more, and we come to Holding It Together. And then it's Mac Perfect, followed by Nukes Express. And Santa's Listening brings up the rear. Moving ahead stretch, it's the A-Train on the lead. Record Season is first over. Louis D is in the pocket. Opening quarter, 27-2. Coming past the grandstand, Record Season, Jimmy Wisman looks to urge this one to clear the top. The A-Train concedes the lead to race in second. Louis D is third. Joe Mars Griftar is fourth. Kim Can is contemplating a move to the outside fifth. And here comes Mac Perfect on the outside sixth as they round the turn on their way to halftime. Down along the rail in seventh is Let's Do It Now, and then it's Nukes Express who looks to get underway. Shuffle back second last, Holding It Together, and the trailer at this stage is Santa's Listening. 56-3. Very rapid fractions here as they round the turn into the backstretch. It's Record Season a half length in front. Prompted from the outside by Louis D in second. The A-Train is third. Joe Mars Griftar is gapped in fourth. Kim Can has not caught the cover and is on the outside. 5 off the lead, racing in fifth. Then it's Mac Perfect who switches back down to the rail in sixth. Nukes Express with a long way to come. Then it's Let's Do It Now. Santa's Listening and Holding It Together. 3 quarters, 1:25.4. Moving around to head stretch, demanding fractions for Record Season, who leads under duress. Louis D on the outside, the A-Train just in behind. 3 wide, Joe Mars Griftar. Mac Perfect is third back at the rail, and they're all coming after Record Season. Louis D takes the lead. The A-Train late pace outside, Nukes Express, Joe Mars Griftar. Santa's Listening. Nukes Express on the outside, Record Season. Those two hit the wire together, and then it was tied for third, Louis D or Mac Perfect. In the winner's circle, Nukes Express. Second straight victory in the fourth on the season, 157-4. A 7-year-old bay gelding by No Nukes out of JN Dynamic by Albatross, owned by Tim Carsey, trained by Robert Carsey, and driven to victory by Kyle Ader. It's a pair of wins tonight for Kyle Ader. Jomar's Griftar was 8th. Let's Do It Now finished 5th.